What do you get when you take a dash of Carpenter's Assault in Precinct 13, Night of the Living Dead, and Carpenter's Prince of Darkness? You get the movie we're about to talk about. Let's do it. Alright, folks, the movie I'm talking about is called VFW. This movie came out back in February on VOD. I picked up the Blu-ray yesterday at Walmart. I saw it. It was for sale for like 12 something, so I picked it up because I wanted to see this film. I just haven't gotten a chance yet, so I picked it up yesterday on my Walmart run, and I watched it last night. And it's very much like a dash of Assault in Precinct, John Carpenter's Assault in Precinct 13, Night of the Living Dead, and even I can even see shades of Prince of Darkness, John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness in here. And even from the musical cues at the beginning and throughout the movie, they're definitely emulating Carpenter here. Definitely. There's no bones about it. Everything except for the way the movie's shot. Carpenter, no matter when he was working low budget, always shot wide. Very thought out shots. Not handheld very much at all. This film's more handheld, definitely. Which isn't a problem. I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying that's the difference here. This movie was directed by Joe Begos. I think that's how you say his name. If I didn't say that right, I apologize. But this movie does have a really great cast. You got the great Stephen Lang as Fred. He's the owner-operator of this VFW post. And William Sadler, the great William Sadler, is in this film as his buddy Walter. Fred Williamson, who's always fun to have on screen, as Abel. Martin Kove is in this film too as Lou. We got George Wendt as Thomas. George Wendt, people mostly know him from Cheers, but he was in a couple horror films. He was in House, and he was also in Family, the one Masters of Horror episode directed by John Landis, which is a really good episode, actually. Tom Williamson, I'm not familiar with, but he plays Sean. He's a soldier had just come home from a war in either Iraq or Afghanistan. If he did say it, I must have missed it because I don't remember him saying that. And we got Sierra McCormick as Lizard. She's the catalyst for why things go the way they go in this film. And Travis Hammer plays Boz. He's the main scumbag drug dealer that's in charge of this movie theater that they kind of took over, and he's dealing drugs out of there, and these people come to do drugs and get strung out there and whatnot. And all these guys, like Stephen Lang's character, William Sadler, Fred Williamson, Martin Kove, George Wendt, David Patrick Kelly, and Tom Williamson. Well, Tom Williamson is a newcomer, but the rest of them had served in Vietnam or Korea, and they all have known each other. Some of them went to war together. And at the beginning of the movie, we see. I'm trying not to spoil too much of this because it is a fairly new movie. Stephen Lang, William Sadler, and Fred Williamson are really good friends, and they go to the VFW post together. And it's Fred's birthday, and they all keep busting. Let's go to the strip club. Let's go to the strip club. He's like, no, I got, there's people here. People come to hang out and drink, and they're sharing war stories and different things, and they have nice camaraderie. I mean, these are really good actors, and that helps the movie a lot. If it wasn't for the actors, especially in the VFW side, this movie wouldn't be as good as it is without these guys that just work so well together. And across the street's this rundown movie theater that Boz has taken over. And right at the beginning of the film, he likes power over people, you could tell. Typical scumbag, And there's this girl standing there. She wants a fix, and he holds up this little baggie with it in. He goes, if you want this, go get it. And he throws it off the balcony in this movie theater. And she jumps to get it, and she dies. And this is where we're introduced to Lizard. She comes in and finds her sister. This is her sister, and she's dead on the floor. And she looks up, and she sees Boz looking over, and then he kind of disappears. And he's looking to make some kind of drug deal for some money or something. He has a meeting with his goons. And he leaves the safe open in the office where drugs are being kept. And Lizard sneaks in, takes them, and runs. And he sees her. And she runs right across the street into the VFW. And that's the catalyst for things to come. After that, he sends all of his strung-out followers over to retrieve the drugs and kill everybody in the bar. And that's pretty much the movie. It's a very simple setup. It's very much like Assault in Precinct 13. If you've never seen the original Assault in Precinct 13 by Carpenter, it was the film he did. It's the film that got him Halloween. And it's a really well-done, low-budget movie. The only difference, like I said, with John Carpenter, even in his low-budget work, it's very widescreen, very locked-off shots. The camera moves. Everything's well thought out. This is more handheld. But once the action starts, it's pretty relentless till the end. I mean, there is breaks, but it's pretty relentless to the end. And everybody does well acting-wise. The only thing I'll say is Travis Hammer's the bad guy. He's not very threatening. And right away you could tell he doesn't want to get his hands dirty. I mean, he stands in the movie theater sending everybody else to go get killed. Because these vets are killing those guys left and right. Although they do kill some of the guys in the bar. But he doesn't want to get his hands dirty, not until the end. And I never felt that he was a threat at all. Some of the other goons look like threats. You never really get to know anybody, really. Except for the guys in the bar, the VFW bar, the vets. They're the only people you really get to know anything. And it's kind of like Assault on Precinct 13. The gang members coming after them are like just these guys trying to get in to get this guy that saw them kill somebody, that killed his daughter. And that's basically the whole movie, Assault on Precinct 13. That's pretty much what it is here. So I'm perfectly fine with not having to know what these guys. You know they're strung out in drugs, and he's telling them if he kills these people and get his drugs back, he'll give them a free fix. And that's all they care about. And, I mean, the movie does get very violent. There is gore. I will say, though, another little problem with the film is sometimes the way it's shot and the lighting is ugly as hell. And they're going for a very grindhouse feel. But when they're in the bar for the action scenes, it's so oversaturated with blue and red neon light that sometimes it drowns out seeing the effects going on with a kill, or even seeing some of the action movements, although the quick cutting does not help at all either. There are some points where it's cut so quick that you can't tell what the hell just happened. So those are some complaints. Besides the fact there's very little story here. But if you like a good grindhouse feeling movie with a lot of gore, and there's some pretty cool action scenes, some of it you can't tell what's going on, but a lot of it you can. It's a fun time, really. It really is, and I'd recommend it. I would give this film a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it enough to give it that rating. It's not perfect. There are some problems, mostly with the way the movie is shot. The acting, for the most part, is pretty damn good across the board. Like I said, it helps that Stephen Lang, William Sadler, Fred Williamson, Martin Kove is in this film. I mean, they're the main guys that are around that you really get to know, and they do really well, and they work off each other really well. But yeah, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. If you haven't seen it, check it out. If you have seen it, what are your thoughts? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. Join me here. And I will be back soon with another video. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And I'll be back.